Whenever Sue and I got married, we started going to the Methodist church, and I discovered that getting to know God was something that continued. The Methodist church helped me to understand it was a continual understanding and yearning and searching, and it went from being a destination to a lifelong journey that doesn't end. Disciple Bible study was incredible for me because while I had read the Bible, the denomination I grew up in, you had to memorize the Bible. It was very important. But in Disciple Bible study, you not only read it, but you began to understand it. And it became a revealing thing to you. The most strongest experiences I've encountered was the walk to Emmaus. It was probably the first time in my life that I'd ever encountered the total absence of Satan. It was absolutely amazing to me to be around that many men, that spiritual, and talk about the grace of God for 3.5 days. One of the nice things about gaining spirituality and an understanding of God and the fact that God wants a relationship with me is that now, instead of going into a meeting blind or by myself, I pray to God before I go in. I get prepared, and whatever happens in the meeting is taken care of because God's there with me. And I can feel that spiritual presence. I'm Rick Troutte, and I put first things first.
I grow in my faith by being involved in the church and in the youth group and just doing everything I can to devote my life to God. I have home groups where we go to someone's house and we just learn from the Bible, and we do missions. And I went to Mexico a couple years ago, and I went to Mountaintop in Tennessee, and I just have an overall great experience with it, and it really helps me grow in my faith. When I was at Mexico, it was a really great feeling to hand over the keys to the house because I just felt like I accomplished something that I couldn't imagine I would ever do. And it was amazing just knowing that you did it, and you did it for God, and you did it for yourself, and you did it for them. And in home groups, we do all sorts of things. We learn about activities, we talk about the Bible. Recently, we've been going over idols and how they can get in the way of our relationship with God. And it's important to know that while growing in your faith, to know what to stay away from, what you shouldn't be too worried about, how money can affect your life, and how everything can get in the way of your relationship with God. And I'm Cody Freitag, and I put first things first.
I have been a member of this church for about 3 years and have slowly started getting involved. It's taken me a long time to take the next steps, but I believe it's important to keep taking steps. I've gone to several of the Learn groups, and I've just most recently joined a life group, and I'm very proud that I continue to move forward in my faith journey. One of my first Learn groups that I went to was I Like Jesus But Not the Church. That class really piqued my interest. I had been away from the church for a long time and never had a problem with God or Jesus. You know, tried to live my life the way I should and pray, but just had some experiences and, you know, quit going to church for a long time. Learned a lot of things from that class. Really made me think about a lot of things and look at things from sometimes different perspectives than what I had always believed in. I am Robyn Delozier, and I put first things first.